Hi guys, welcome sa second topic natin, no? Sa advanced algebra, yung ratio, proportion, and variation, no? Pero for this time, ang dadaanan ko lang for this video is yung variation, no? So, konting recall lang ulit sa concept ng variation, and yung gagawin natin sa video na to is magsasagot tayo ng sample problems. Alright, so for variation, under siya ng proportion, no? So, meron tayong apat na types, no? Presented dito sa ating slides, no, or presentation. So meron tayong direct, inverse, joint, and combine. When we say direct, guys, ibig sabihin lang no, yung dalawang variable na kino-consider natin na may relationship sa dalawa is varying directly. So meaning kapag yung isang value mo umaangat, dapat yung isang value mo din na related sa kanya is aangat din. So kung pababa naman yung values na yon, dapat yung pinagre-relatean niya, kung directly connected sila, dapat pababa din yung isang value. So, ito yung normal presentation natin, no, when we say two variables are directly variated or directly proportional to each other. Pero, pagdating guys ng algebra, no, ganito na natin siya pine-present kasi, guys, meron tayong constant, no? We are after the constant na to maintain the relationship between the two. Para, big sabihin lang nun, kung i-graph natin sila parehas, meron na tayong parang slope, no, na sinusundan kasi kung variating nga yung isa ng directly proportional dun sa isa, meaning straight line talaga yun. Then, kapag inverse naman, kabaliktaran naman siya, no? Kung yung isang value mo is inversely proportional to another value, such as this example, no? In algebra, ganito naman natin siya i-present. So, yung y value mo is inversely proportional or reciprocal siya dapat nung value nung isang value pinagre-relatean mo, no? So, for this problem, or for this principle, no? Meron ulit tayong constant para ma-relate natin yung constant inverse relationship nilang dalawa. Alright. So, pakisave na lang itong mga ito. Itong mga algebraic form na yan, no? Then, joint na tayo, guys. Sa joint naman, from the word itself, no, joint, dapat yung isang variable na pinagko-compare mo, kung jointly proportional siya sa dalawa, dapat, no, meaning may kasama yung direct relationship mo, no. So hindi na lang isa yung variable natin, no, or hindi na dalawa, tatlo na siya, guys. Then in algebra naman, ganito yung pagkaka-present natin in algebraic form. Kung y value mo umaangat, i-relate natin siya, no, jointly variated, dapat yung x and z mo is sabay umaangat dun sa may y, hindi lang isa. Okay, so ganun pa rin, nasa topic pa rin tayo ng variation. Para constant yung variation nila, meaning nasa isang graph sila, pag ginraph natin, yung constant is dapat same. Then, combine naman tayo, guys, no? Sa combine naman, parang pinagsama lang siyang direct and inverse. So, kung yung isang concept or variable mo is combined, no? Combined na variated, meaning it's either directed siya sa isang variable, directly variated sa isang variable, at the same time may pang third variable na dapat inversely variated siya. So for this example naman, no, in algebraic form, ganito yung susundan nating equation kasi meron ulit tayong constant, no, relating from this. Alright, so for sample problems, proceed na tayo agad. For sample problem number 1, basahin natin, if S is directly proportional to T and S is equal to 15 when T is equal to 24, find T when S is 25. So, this is the basic or the easiest problem, no, na pwede natin ma-encounter sa variation. So, binanggit dito, directly proportional. Some variables natin are T and S. So, pwede pala nating isulat na si T is directly proportional kay S. Sabi natin, pag ganyan yung problem, directly proportional, balikan lang natin, no? Pwede natin siyang gamitan nitong algebraic form na ganito, na y is equal to kx. Alright, So, let's try to create it in algebraic form. T is equal to Ks. Then, lista natin yung given. Meron tayong S1 na binigay and T1. So, that's the first pair na meron tayo, no? Sabihin natin, S1 is 15. Then, T1 is 24. Then, pinapahanap sa atin is si T kapag yung S mo is, 25. So, si S2 na yun, no? 25. So, si T2 basically yung pinapahanap sa atin. So, paano natin gagawin yun, sir? Para magawa yun, we will try the formal way of answering a variation problem, no? So, kung variation problem, gamitin natin yung formula or algebraic form niya, no? So, T1 is equal to Ks1. So, unang gagawin natin is to find the K or the constant between this varying, no? Kung directly proportional talaga siya. So, T1 sub natin is 24. Then, ang K natin will be S1 na 15. So, K will be 24 over 15. Or that's about, So, 15 natin is, this 2 is, pwede nating i-divide sa 3, no? So, si 15 is 5. This 24 is 15, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, this is about 8 over 5 no, yung K. Then, following the same relationship, no, kung directly proportional talaga sila, let's try this. T is equal to Ks. So, T2 naman na tayo. Then, Ks2. So, we are asked to solve for T2. So, substitute natin yung nasolve natin K dito na 8 over 5. Then, yung S2 natin is 25. So, ang gagawin naman natin dito now is simplify na lang natin, no? So, T2 will be, pakikalkyo na lang, 8 over 5 times 25. So, T2 will be 40. So, this will be our final answer for this problem. Alright. Moving on, guys. Move on tayo dito, no? Sa another set of problem. The electrical resistance in ohms of a wire varies directly as its length. If a wire 90 meters long has a resistance of 6 ohms, what is the resistance of ohm of 150 meter of the same kind of wire? So, may clue na ulit dito, binanggit niya directly. So, ang pagre-relatein natin is dalawang directly, no? So, sabi niya, electrical resistance, say for R na lang. Then, yung wires directly is length. So, sa L na lang natin i-relate. So, kung varies directly, dapat R is directly proportional to L. So, given natin, lista natin yung given. Kung directly proportional yan, lista lang natin yung unang resistance natin, no, na 6 ohms. Then, R1 natin yan, yung length 1 natin is 90 meters long. Then, tinatanong sa atin, what is the resistance of? Resistance 2 yung unknown, kapag yung length 2 mo naman is 150 meters. So, sobrang dali ng problem na to. Pwede natin gawin dito, guys, is gamitin ulit natin yung proportionality nilang dalawa, no? Which is direct. So, R is constantly directed, no? Directly proportional to L. So, solution natin, R1 is equal to KL1. So, first step, meron tayong first pair dito, no? Gagawin natin, isolve natin yung constant. So, 6 ohms for this problem. Then, K natin is yung hinahanap. Yung L1 is 90. So, constant will be 6 over 90. So, tabi lang natin yan. Gagamitin natin yung constant to answering the question, no? So, R2 is directly proportional to L2. So, yung K natin, R2 yung unknown, K is 6/90. Then yung length natin is 150 meters. R2 now will be, ano guys, 6/90 times 150. This is 10. So, kapag ang length mo ng wire is 150 meters, ang electrical resistance in ohms ng wire na yon is 10 ohms. Yan. So, let's try another variation problem, ano? Alright. This variation problem is lumabas noong November 2021 CE board exam, no? So, medyo may application na to ng pag-intindi natin ng worded problems and at the same time, pag-apply natin ng concept ng variation, ratio, and proportion, no? So, basahin ko yung problem. Board exam question. The intensity of light in foot candle varies inversely as the square of x. The distance in feet from the light source. The intensity of light 2 feet from the source is 80 feet candles. How far away is the source if intensity of light is 5 feet candles? So, paano yun guys? Siyempre, gagawin natin, intindihin natin yung problem. Sabi niya, varies inversely. Then, ang variables natin dito is intensity of light. Tapos, saan siya nakarelate? Sa x, no? Or distance ng light source natin, no? So, kung i-relate natin yung sabihin natin si intensity is I. Sabi niya, varies inversely. Inversely, so dapat nasa baba yung x. Pero, mag-ingat kayo, sabi niya dito, is square of x. Meaning, dapat yung x mo is naka-square. So, meron na tayong proportionality. Ang gagawin na lang natin is apply natin yung ang tawag dito, yung ginawa nating working equation. So, in variation, yung proportionality na to is equal to I is equal to K over X squared. Alright. So, C, I, no, sabi natin is the intensity of light. Then, Cx naman is yung distance of light source. So, distance ng layo. So, tama nga naman, no, habang lumalayo ka sa isang candle, yung light nun or yung intensity nun is bumababa din. Kasi, the more na malapit ka, is mas malakas syempre yung intensity na dating sa'yo nun. Pero, since ang presentation sa atin inverse variation, tapos naka-square pa yung x, susundin natin yung binigay na equation, no? So, paano yun, sir? Lista natin yung given, no? Pangit na sulat. Given. So, ang given sa atin dito is, the distance, the intensity of light. So, unang I1 is 80 feet candle, 80 foot candle. Tapos yung distance niya, x1 is 2 feet from the source. Then, how far away is the source? So, ang tinatanong sa atin is x2, no? How far is the source if yung intensity naman natin is 5 foot candles. Ayan, 5 foot candles. Alright. So, pwede naman natin gawin is lipat tayo sa kabilang page, no, para may space tayo. Okay, lipat tayo sa kabilang page. Ulitin ko lang yung given. So, I1 is 80 feet. I-shortcut ko na lang yung candle, no? C na lang. Then, CX1 nangyari sa'yo. X1 is 2 feet. So, mas malapit siya, no? Yung I2 is 5 foot. 5 foot C candles. then hinahanap yung x distance from light source. So, una nating step, syempre, gamitin natin yung relationship na nakuha natin, no? Inversely proportional to the square of x. So, una nating gagawin dito, pwede kasi tayo makapag-relate, no? So, kung ang x1 pair natin and y1 pair is complete, no? Pwedeng sabihin natin itong equation natin is y1 inversely proportional to x1 squared. Then, pwede natin ma-create or ma-isolate dito yung k, no? Isolate natin si k. So, I1 is x squared 1. So, kung iisipin yung mabuti, yung k, kung talagang yan yung variation niya, inversely proportional siya dun sa may dalawang variable na yan, yung k, kapag nag-solve tayo ng another I2, k, x2 squared, yung k nilang dalawa, malamang sa malamang is equal. Tama? O, sige, try natin i-isolate din yung k, no? So, I2 x2 squared. Then, etong k na to, tsaka to, pwede natin silang pag-equaten. Magkakaroon tayo ng working equation na ganito. So, I2 x sub 2 is squared. So, basically, ito na yung working equation natin ngayon, no? Then, substitute na lang tayo ng values dyan. Dito na lang sa side na to. Si I1 natin is 80 foot candle times x1 is 2 feet square equals si I2 natin is 5 foot candles. Then, yung x sub 2 natin na naka-square, huwag nyo kakalimutan yung square, is unknown. So, basically, pwede na natin itong i-shift solve, no? Pero hindi tayo mag-shift solve, derive natin yan, no? Derive natin. So, pag dinerive natin, guys, is, paano? Paki-simplify na to, no? Simplify na natin to. So, this will be 2. 2 squared is 4. 2 squared times 80. So, this will become 320, no? So, 320, 5 foot candle, 5 foot candle, x sub 2 square. So, pwede pa natin simplify na si x sub 2 square is equal to 320 over 5. Okay, so, magkakaroon pa tayo dyan, no? Simplify pa natin or pwede na nating i-skip yung isang part, no? Square root na lang natin yan, no? So, square root natin yung dalawang side, 320 and 5. So, square root natin to and square root din natin kabilang side. Mag-arrive na lang tayo sa x sub 2. Then, square root of 320 over 5 is about 320 over 5 is 8. So, ang unit natin dun sa x sub natin, no? X sub 1 and x sub 2 is feet. Feet is feet. So, ang unit natin is feet. So, gamitin natin si feet. So, x sub 2 or the distance of the candle with intensity na 5 foot candle is 8 feet. Okay, so that ends this video, no? So, sana may natutunan kayo and I hope this video finds you well. Mag-iingat kayo palagi and kung di ka pa nakasubscribe, baka naman. Alright, thank you very much guys and hope to see you soon all. Thank you.